Hey, good morning, everyone. Oh, it's not morning, it's afternoon, hey? What bubble I'm in. I don't have anyone watching at the moment, but I just thought I'd take a little few minutes and get you to watch when you join up with us. Just on this topic of protection, protecting yourself, protecting the ones you love, with policies and things that are in place to help you out when things get tough. One of the biggest stresses I guess I hear people talking about is that, oh, when I want to claim, it's quite hard to get a claim through. And I guess one of the reasons sometimes it might feel that it's hard is insurers have to do due diligence simply to make sure that, you have a valid claim. However, that's no reason not to actually put things in place, because life happens. Life happens to the good, to the bad, to the everybody. And no one can say, I'm going to be exempt from being ill, I'm going to be exempt from dying, I'm going to be exempt from, all these things that we don't like in our lives, but sometimes they come and knock on the door, and the impact that they have financially can be quite strenuous, can be quite, harsh and hard. I'm just literally just remind everyone out there that, as you are building your empires, as you are building your dreams, as you're making your money, buying your cars, buying your houses, buying land and property, it's almost as if you're going up a mountain and you want to get to the peak of your financial potential in this life. And your car is you have this vehicle, you've got these ideas, you've got this creativity, everything that you're doing that, as years go by, sort of income streams flow out of it. And you build up this estate. So when you're at the top of your mountain, you're saying, yeah, I've arrived, at the end of your life, in the evening of your life, when you look and think, yeah, you know what, I've done the best that I could do with my life. And I guess that's what we're all working towards. But one of the things that happens as you're ascending that mountain, that financial peak, is, life happens. Winds blow, storms come. Much as we don't want to see them happening, if they do, you need to have a handbrake on, ready to say, I'm not backing back right down to the bottom of the hill. I've been there before. But what simply happens if you've been working and building up a savings pot and you fall ill, but you have nothing in place to cover that savings pot that you were perhaps going to use to purchase some land, to buy some property, to do something else, you're going to have to eat into that to take care of you when you're not well. And that's literally you slipping back down to the bottom of the mountain. Depending on what's gone wrong with you during that time, your health may not be as brilliant as it was before. The energy levels may not be as high. If you're diagnosed with something like MS, certain conditions will literally shift the way that you have to climb up that mountain again and start to earn an income. Hi, British. Yes, I am. I am into business. And so we have to begin to look and mitigate the risk, by literally putting some things in place. Obviously, the worst thing that can ever happen is death, because it affects your family. You're literally wiped off the picture. But you have a legacy. If you've got kids, if you've got family, those children, what are you leaving them? Are you leaving them right at the bottom of the mountain so that mom was there? Yeah, we miss her, but there's absolutely nothing to show for when she's gone. In fact, actually, we need to be borrowing money to try and bury mom or dad. I recall years ago, literally, a young man trying to take out a personal loan. I'll never forget the story, because the interest rate he had to pay was pretty high to bury his father. And it was taking them abroad to West Africa. And I thought, my gosh, here he is paying a high loan every month for the love of his dad, to bury his father. It really broke my heart to think that every month he's struggling to work for money that's not profitable. You know what I mean? And yet, actually, if there had just been simply something in place to accommodate for that, that would have been one burden removed, one stress removed. If you live in an area or a country where, the healthcare is not that great, private medical insurance, you are the number one asset. You need to make sure that whatever you're doing, if you fall ill, you get seen to as quickly as possible so that you have the right medical attention to try and pick up what's wrong with you. Investing in that is a key thing to make sure that, there's many distractions, the distractions are removed from allowing you to ascend to that place of your financial peak. I just wanted to encourage you. I mean, I've seen a lot of things happening in the last few weeks that just made me think, you know what, I need to urge people to look again. As you're building, don't build as if, or don't climb up that mountain as if there's nothing to distract you. There are winds that are blowing. There are things that are there to try and take you off course. Just have a little bit in every area to say, okay, if this happens, I've got this little plan here, I've got that plan there. It's almost like when you build up your multiple income streams. Sometimes this type of business that you're doing is seasonal, and so you've got to have something else that will counteract or that can boost in at another time. And so these protection plans are geared like that. If you don't know about it, go and speak to an advisor like myself who can begin to look at where you are, what your aspirations are, what risks you're facing, and what you can put in place that is affordable to you right now to be able to mitigate some of those risks. Don't allow yourself to slip right down to the bottom of that mountain, and don't allow your kids to be left with absolutely nothing when you've been here on this earth working hard, putting plans in place, taking risks, taking sacrifices, working in a workplace that you probably didn't want as a sacrifice to the next generation. Leave something in place. Take care of yourself whilst you're still alive. Get some private medical. Make sure you've got something that gives you access to the best of the best so that you have a fighting chance of making it. Because the best outcome is for you not to go, but for you to have a chance of making it. So look around at what is available for you, in the earthly realm. I'm a woman of God. I love God, and I know prayer works in many circumstances. And so we have that as well. But there's some things that are set here on earth, for us to use for our benefit, to mitigate some of these challenges that we sometimes face. So, if you're here in the UK and you're saying, yep, that's me, I've been procrastinating way too long, inbox me, let's talk about it. If you're abroad, go and see somebody in your local area. There are advisors out there. Get an understanding of what's there. Get an understanding of what does it do. Get an understanding of what risks you face personally. Your lifestyle and my lifestyle are totally different. Your family and my family are totally different. Over the years, I've seen probably thousands of clients. I've never seen any two clients who have the same scenario. And yet I hear people saying, oh, I was told that I can't get a mortgage because I'm self-employed, or I was told that because this, and I'm looking and I'm thinking, okay, I'm not going to go to a carpenter for medical advice. I'm not going to go, to an optician when my foot is sore. Go and see the appropriate people. Really find out what's the real deal for you. Where do you stand? What are the risks? What are the pros? What are the cons? But this is a real area that we cannot ignore because we are in this world and life is happening. Put a plan in place. Let's sort ourselves out. Let's not be ignorant that life happens, and sometimes it's good and sometimes some challenging situations arise. But I pray you're blessed. Have a wonderful day out there where you are, and let's put some things in place so that we can get to the top of that financial mountain. All right, take care. Thank you for watching. Bye.